What's up, everybody? Got some new figures I want to show off today. The Mortal Kombat Classic figures. There's Sub-Zero in all its glory. There's Scorpion. There they are together. Get over here! And they're going at it. I think these are pretty cool. These are McFarlane's new ones. They went with the classics, like from the original Mortal Kombat. You can see Sub-Zero there. I think it looks pretty good. On the back, looks just like from the video game. It tells his little bio and all that stuff. It's even got the lightning bolts from the side of the machine, if you can remember the video game. And my favorite, as always, Scorpion. They did a good job on him. I don't really like the box. I wish they wouldn't have put, which I know they're trying to make it, again, they're making it look like the arcade machine, as you can see even on the back. I wish they wouldn't have put that there, though. I don't like the arcade thing at the bottom. I wish it just kind of been open where you could see them more. Again, I don't open my figures, so it kind of changes it. Scorpion, he's got his you see his little hook thing he throws there, whatever that thing's called. Guess it's a hook. Sub-Zero, he just got a couple extra hands in there. But overall, I think they look really, really good. And you can tell looking in there, you can see they got all the ways you can move them around there at his elbow. And, McFarlane's usually pretty good at this stuff. I'll never forget, though, just kind of want to reminisce a little bit about Mortal Kombat. I'm a little older, if y'all haven't you can't tell. But I remember when the original Mortal Kombat came out. This is when the arcades was big. And everybody was going to the arcade to play this new game. This game had you get hit and it had them little blood sprays and stuff like that. And then they found out it had them fatalities. The first one, I remember Sub-Zero's. His was always one of the craziest one. He grabbed someone's head, he rips his the skull and the spine and all that out. And then Scorpion would breathe the fire and kind of burn them up. But I can remember the backlash to that game. It was so wild because there really wasn't anything as graphic as that. Street Fighter was out. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, boy, that they had a run in the arcades. But Street Fighter had more of that cartoon type feel to it. I always loved Street Fighter 2. But Mortal Kombat came out and it had that edge to it, and boy, everybody was flocking to it. I can remember going to we had an arcade in our mall. And you'd go in there with your quarters, and you'd put your little quarter down on the arcade machine, showing you're going to play next. And they would be I can remember there would be lines coming out of our arcade came out into the food court of the mall. I can remember lines coming out of the arcade all the way out into the food court. People were trying to play this game. And then I remember the backlash of the game. It was talking about the blood and the fatalities and all that. Good grief, if people only knew where this was going to go. And then I remember it came out on the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. And Nintendo, they censored it. They made it where when you was getting punched, it looked like almost like spit or sweat coming off of them. And they changed the fatalities and stuff up a good bit. Genesis, though, they were the renegade. They kept the blood and stuff in. So people were wanting the Genesis port, but the problem with the Genesis port, the game didn't look as good or run as good. But the Super Nintendo port, it looked more like the arcade port. Of course, the arcade machines, they could have more power because it was just running that one game instead of just a system. But I'll never forget that stuff. And then I remember when Mortal Kombat 2 come out, people was trying to find all these secrets. You can knock somebody off of off a bridge, and they land in these spikes. People's looking for, for reptile and all this. And it was just such, to me, Mortal Kombat, I've never been really good at fighting games. But again, I used to love Street Fighter, and I played a lot of them, but I'm not real good at them. But when Mortal Kombat came out, to me, it just revolutionized the fighting games, or at least brought more eyes to it. And it ended up, I can remember I was wanting to buy it, and my mom was like, "I've heard about this game. I don't know about this." I'm like, it's just blood and stuff. It don't have all the language and all that, which is kind of weird. Even to this day, I can handle some violence, but I'm not big into vulgar type stuff. A lot of these games today, to me, have way too much vulgarity in it, language and stuff. But I won't ever forget Mortal Kombat, and that's kind of why I got these. I'm not going to collect all of these. These two guys to me are the main draw. I know you got Liu Kang and Raiden; they're super cool. I love the characters, but I might get a Reptile. I think the Reptile one looks good. It's just same dude in green. But I'll never forget Mortal Kombat and how much fun it was. But as far as McFarlane's figures, I think they look pretty good. I think they do it justice. Uh, what do you guys think? What do y'all think about the figures? Hey, and what was any of y'all around when Mortal Kombat blew up like this? What did y'all think about that scene and kind of where it went today? It's kind of sad. You almost can't go back. I wish people could go back and experience that arcade mentality today, but it's pretty much gone from what I've seen. But anyways, that's what I got. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all have a great one.